attorney. Okay. I don't know how long you've been doing investing, flipping, developing, or anything, but anytime an attorney gets involved, it's not going to be a positive experience. That's my experience. Secondly, divorce. It is a good data source. It is obtainable. You can use Rebo Gateway and get your hands on people that are divorced. My issue with that is I don't want to deal with the drama of people who are going through a divorce, right? And that's what it is. And last is pre-foreclosure. So let's talk about this. I'm going to teach you guys how to go after default properties. As I said at the beginning of the call, it gives me the ability to have a low front end when investing, right? My particular strategy is to pay current a delinquent homeowner, then pay them off, move them out, deed the property over, and make their monthly payments while I'm doing the rehab on the property. Why do I prefer that strategy? I don't have to buy a $500,000 house. I can be all in at $100,000 and still get the same return with a lower risk put into the property. Pre-foreclosure is the only one that gives me that opportunity. It's just that simple. I suppose in the case of divorce, if you could get both parties to agree, you could have the same situation. But it is my experience with divorce that nobody ever plays ball. One of the two parties is not playing ball with the transaction. So from just the standpoint of looking for something I can work with, pre-foreclosure is ideal because of it. All right. So why is pre-foreclosure the ideal fix and flip properties, right? Number one is the big three, right? They don't answer the door, they don't answer the phone, and they don't read their mail. I've eliminated agent competition. For those of you who don't know, most investors just use spam mailers, right? That's just what they do. They just bulk mail the crap out of it and hope for the best results. That is my personal experience with investors right now. There is a huge industry for this 0.5% response rate for investors when it comes to mailers. They'll spend $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year bulking out mail. Nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it. It doesn't give me the result I want. It's not hands-on and it's not immediate. The next, they're not going online. I'm not going to lose these people to Zillow. They're not looking at Zestimates. Okay. Again, pre-foreclosure people are not looking for an alternative to solution. They're just not looking for some other way out of the funnel. Once they do commit, they are not flaky sellers, right? They need to sell, right? And once they actually list it or they commit to the transaction, they actually close it. I don't care if you're a realtor or an investor on this call. Once you have somebody who commits and wants to get out from underneath, they're committed to the project. They're happy to be out of it. And lastly, it also eliminates flaky buyers. In usual cases, I'm able to assume the loan. If not, I have the property listed and sold. What's great about that? They take cash offers. They don't care. They literally don't care what you do with the property. They want to get out from underneath. They want to know what's in it for them, and they want to be able to move out and into a new place. That's ultimately why pre-foreclosure is so ideal. So what are the 3 steps for getting face-to-face? Step 1, we need to identify. We need to find those who need to sell. Simple as that. Step 2, monster market. I'm going to show you how to go out and put up the marketing and why it's so effective and how it works. Step 3, list the property. Meet with the homeowner guaranteed. The more people you meet with, the more deals you will get. Okay? It's that simple. That's my formula. That's how I get my deals. That's how I got this deal right here. For those of you that are late, this is the original deal. This is my last deal. Took a couple of months to do the rehab because it was a dump. We did an assumable on the loan. My partner on the deal was Robert Fergoso. All of this was done with monster marketing and the method that I'm about to show you. The method was simple. We made a list of people who were severely delinquent. We put a marketing piece on their property. We went to the front door. I went to the front door, met with the homeowner. Ultimately, the deal that we made with them was for a payoff of the technical term is a cure, okay? We cured their loan. We moved them out, right? We made the monthly payments, and then we did our artist rendering, and then ultimately, that's our finished product. It is just about to go on to the market. There was less put into the property. As is, it was probably in the 300 to 400 range, as is, probably. That would have been all in, buying it, escrow, the whole nine, and the amount of time. In this particular case, the rehab was about $70,000. To move them out was no more than about 50 grand. To bring them current and to make the monthly payments was another 50 grand. So now instead I'm in $120,000 on the property, substantially lower than spending $400,000. And that's the method I'm about to show you. How am I doing, Chris? Am I still on track? By the way, for those that are late, Chris is in charge of making sure that my ADD doesn't kick in and that I keep you guys on a straight and narrow path. So let's go with selecting 36 properties. For those of you that are just joining the webinar or that are kind of following along, if you want to type in where you're located, I will be happy to show you the number of leads that are available. Just type them into the question bar. I'll pull a data list for you, and we'll go from there. Burbank, California. Yeah, California. Easy enough, Anna. Are you an investor and a realtor or just an investor, Anna? Investor only. Okay, cool. Piece of cake, Anna. I'll show you. Vegas, baby. Yeah, you got nothing but properties, Chris. Good Lord. Chris, if you're not doing pre-foreclosure in Vegas, you're crazy. Thank you for raising your hand, Jeff. If you want to type in a city, that's good. All right. I'm going to give you my formula. This is my personal formula. So Tampa, Florida is really good. Rochester. Okay, for Rochester, Jeff, I need a county, and that's New Jersey, right? Tampa, Olmsted. All right. Gail, Tampa, Florida, the county is not Orange, and that's the only one I know West Palm, so I need to know your county. I don't know what Tampa's county is. That's terrible. I should. I've spoken there enough. Hillsborough. I knew that. No, I didn't. All right. All right, everybody write down. This is my formula, okay? I'm super lazy, and I'm a divorced single dad, which means I put in 1 hour of work per day. Okay. Minnesota? Rochester, Minnesota. I don't think I've ever had anybody from Minnesota, Jeff. Shocking. I'm assuming that's the MN. Okay. The only Rochester I know is like New York. Good Lord. All right. I'll look it up. All right. We got lots of data to pull. All right. So here's my formula. Everybody write it down. Okay. Here's my formula. 36 properties. I pull 36. That'll get me 3 to 5 face-to-face appointments per week. 3 to 5 face-to-face appointments per week will get me 1 deal per month. Got it? I'll say it again. Pull 36 properties at the beginning of the week. Go out and put up 36 marketing pieces over the course of a week. Go on 3 to 5 face-to-face appointments per week, every week, and that will generate 1 deal per month. Make sense for you, Anna? It's about 1 hour of work per day. As a divorced single dad, I only have about an hour a day to do towards marketing, between coaching my deals, everything else, doing these webinars, mostly my daughter in gymnastics. My God, gymnastics. I only get about an hour a day to do for marketing to get my deal. So this system that I'm about to show you can be ramped up higher. I'm just telling you what I operated at, okay? 36 per week, gets 3 to 5 face-to-face appointments per week, right? It's 1 hour of work per day. And you can fit that 1 hour in whenever you want. Got it? All right. So the first step is to select 36 homes, right? For those of you who've read The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, a man I'd like to call mentor and friend, he wrote an amazing book. Did he not? It's the life that we all want to live as investors, working smarter and not harder. Generally speaking, I will tag everything from high end to low end. I will just tell you from my perspective, conversion wise, things that are in the median price range, median to low median price range, are the easiest converted properties. Got it? So there are three ways for you to get your hands on data, right? That's what we start with. Step one, pull 36. So we're going to pull data. All right. There are three ways to get your hands on that data. Way number one, title rep or a title officer if you have one of those. Number two, you can go down to public records. It's always fun. Or number three, you can use one of these two websites. Either one of these websites is about $40-50 a month. Both of them have free trial offers currently. First one is Property Radar, and the second is Realty Track. I got no skin in the game for either of these companies, to be perfectly honest. We teach all our new students on Property Radar. We also have a Realty Track account. Go figure. I have a Realty Track account. I do my webinars with Realty Track because visually it's a little more appealing when I'm doing this presentation. You guys can actually visually see what I'm working on, and it's kind of exciting to look at. So we're going to pull data, and we're starting with Anna, the investor, who's going to go out and obtain her own deals for the first time directly. I'm sure you already do it that way, Anna. We're going to go to LA County. We're going to go to Burbank. All right. Here's a big mistake everybody makes when they work pre-foreclosure. First of all, understand what pre-foreclosure means. Pre-foreclosure means anything at 31 days at 5 p.m. Once you're 31 days at 5 p.m., 30 days late, you are in default and you are actively in foreclosure. I actually had people argue this with me. I think it's amusing that people argue this with me because clearly they've worked for so many banks in their lifetime. I am telling you that once you miss a full payment, 31 days at 5 p.m., you're 30 days late, you are actively in default with the bank, okay? You got to cure it, pay it off, sell the property, got to do something, right? The first thing you want to do, Anna or everybody else, is go to foreclosure details. You want to actually pull all the bank-owned properties first. Are you confused? You should be. All right. Hit the calculate button, and I will tell you why I'm pulling all the bank-owned properties, Anna. There are 18 of them. Here's why I pulled them. I have now proved that they actually foreclose in the city of Burbank. Correct, Anna? You can signify with raising your hand. There's a logical standpoint for this, okay? Now I've proved that they actually foreclose in the city of Burbank. The second thing is I want you to, everybody, when you pull your city, the next thing you want to do is pull your list of bank-owned properties. Is there anybody in here that works with pre-foreclosure properties yet at all? Anybody by a show of hands? Oh, you're a brand new group. Rough. Okay, Natasha does. All right. Natasha does, and she'll understand this. Anna, you do not. So understand this, Anna. They're trying to stay in their house, right? So they're operating on hope. All of you who don't work with pre-foreclosure understand this. They're working on a loan mod. They're working on a way to stay in their house. They believe that they can not make payments for 2 years and stay in their house. Like it's magic. Like it's a country and western song in reverse and everything's okay. It's not true. I have 18 properties that say otherwise. All 18 of these people, Anna, were people who were working on loan mods. Here's the truth. 85% of people that are actively in foreclosure, that is 6 months of delinquency or greater, will lose their house, right? They're never going to pay again. That's a historical fact, okay? They don't get approved for loan mods. They don't continue to make payments. They just ultimately stretch it out and lose their house. And these 18 people right here, Anna, prove that fact, don't they? So when I meet with a homeowner, I now have something to hand over when they go, hey, I'm working on a loan mod. I got it all worked out. What I have in my hand with these 18 properties is what we call social proof. Normally in my webinar, I have testimonials of realtors and investors telling you how awesome my product is and how much money I made. I opted not to do that today to instead show you different social proof, right? What is the point of showing you a property